Hello and welcome. Welcome back to Yoga on the Road. I am Anita, guiding you through a prop supported practice with a big focus on mobility today. Or the props, that you will need or would be handy to have are quite a large resistance band, a blanket for the support of your knees, and a block for the support of your other limbs during the practice. So keeping yoga fun as well as therapeutic definitely will add to your motivation of the practice. I want you to think about today's practice with these elements at hand. So we'll be looking at openness, we'll be looking at release, there'll be some bending, there'll be some stretching, and it's culminating in this glorious heart opening pose. As you know by now, if you've been with me for a bit, I am a huge advocate of props, and I definitely think they add value and benefit to a session. Today, particularly with the resistance band, I love the feedback a resistance band can give you in regards to where your body is in space. When I talk about awareness of body being in space, I'm particularly referring to our proprioceptive capacity. So that's feedback about where your body is, how it got there, what it's doing there. And also I love props because they give you a real sense of alignment as well. So they can correct some alignment issues that you have. Props have definitely taken my own practice to another level completely. They've made my practice more playful. They've made my practice definitely more experimental. And just because of those components, I seem to be able to get to the mat much more often for myself because of that added enjoyment factor. Don't get me wrong, I love all the other elements. They are as important to me: the breath, the rest, the time for myself, the holistic practice of yoga. And I guess the other thing is that it invites or gives me the opportunity to also invite you to be curious about how your practice feels with the input of some sort of prop. So on that note, no more talking in regards to the setup of our practice. I'm looking forward to practicing with you. So let's begin now. Let's start by taking a block or taking something that you can place just beneath your sit bones. So the idea of that is to elevate your hips so that they're level with the knees, and then just take the most comfortable leg position for you. So Sukhasana, cross-seated, or you can take this lotus shaped pose. And then as you're ready, take a deep breath in, lift and extend all the way up. So you're really extending through the side waist here. And then as you exhale, grab the left wrist with your right hand and draw your body towards the right. So you're now opening up this left side waist. Place your hand down on the ground for support. And then keep drawing your left sit bone down towards the ground. And that will actually encourage a deeper lateral opening. And then we're just going to invite some playful movement here by first drawing the left shoulder back. So you're opening the chest out and upwards towards the ceiling. And then slowly shift back to center. We're now encouraging the chest down towards the ground. So rotate the upper body so that the left shoulder moves to the left, chest moves towards facing the ground. And then inhale back into this lateral bend. Let's move through sides. So as you inhale, both arms extend up. Look up if it feels okay for your neck. Take a hold this time of your right wrist. Open the right side waist up by bowing towards the left. And then again, really think about plugging that right sit bone down into the ground. Lower the left arm to the ground. And just take a moment to just feel into the opening by encouraging some small movement. Stay as connected to your breath as you can, and then slowly open the chest up by drawing the right shoulder back. Look up if it feels okay for your neck. Rotate the shoulders back to the center, and then rotate the whole upper body so that the chest is facing down towards the ground. Inhale back into that lateral or side bend. Come all the way up. And then lower the hands gently towards the knees. Let's just take some gentle movement in the neck. So chin towards the collarbone notch. Looking up. Take the chin in towards the collarbone notch again, and this time rotate the chin around towards the right shoulder. And then turn the right ear towards the right shoulder. Keep drawing the left shoulder down away from the ears. Rotate the head all the way around to the opposite side. Left ear now towards the left shoulder. Draw the right shoulder down and away from you. Move through one more each side. Rotate the neck super slowly all the way towards the right shoulder. Draw the left shoulder down and away, creating length in the side of the neck. And then nice, slow and gentle neck roll to the opposite side. Really taking the opportunity to feel every little movement. Again, draw the right shoulder down away from you. Return the neck back to center. And at this stage, let your eyes soften. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Take a deep and full, slow breath out through the nose. Breathe in deeply and fully. Breathe out slowly and mindfully. One last deep breath in through the nose. And an audible sigh or exhale out through the mouth. Come over onto your hands and knees. I'm just going to face front so you can get an idea of the shape of the pose today. If you have a resistance band and you're choosing to work with that band today, take the band and just place it around the left foot. Take the left foot and extend it all the way out to the side so the center arch of your left foot is parallel with the right knee. And then take your block on the outside of the right knee so that when your body leans towards the right, your shoulder is positioned out over the wrist. And then draw the hand up towards shoulder level. As you inhale here, with resistance, you're going to slowly push the band up and overhead. And again, feel that nice open stretch all the way down the left side of the body. And then you might like to play around with some movement here. So just as we did when we were seated, you might play around with opening the chest up towards the ceiling. And then drawing the chest down towards the mat, so we're contracting a little in the right side waist. Inhale back up here. Slowly lower. And then change sides. So the left hand comes down the left leg. Right hand moves out over to the right, the left hand side, sorry. We're going to move through 2 more. Slowly bring your right hand back down to the block. Left hand comes up to the shoulders. Inhale, press and extend away. Create a nice long line from the left hand all the way down to the outer edge of the left foot. And again, if you want to play around or encourage some movement in the chest, open the chest up towards the ceiling slightly. And then rotate the upper body, chest moving down towards the ground. Inhale, lengthen here. Exhale, release. Move out towards the left-hand side. Last movement, right hand comes down to the block. Left hand extends all the way up and over. Experience for yourself just by adding some small playful movements. And as we move into the last side, make that stretch down the right hand side, open. And then release. Come back to your knees. You might want to remove the strap here. Let's just take a mini child's pose in between side changes. An opportunity for you to reconnect with your breath, to be completely aware of the sensation differences. We've only moved one side, so being aware of the openness in the left side of the waist in comparison to what you're noticing on the right side of the body. One more breath here. Readjust my clothing. You're now moving your block to the left-hand side. If you're working with a strap, take your strap around the right side and extend the right leg out so that the center arch of the right foot is even with your knee. Lower the hand towards your block. Ensure that your shoulder is positioned above the wrist. And we're doing exactly the same on this side now. So extend out through the right arm. Again, you're creating that nice long length of line from the right hand all the way down the right side of the body to the outrider foot. Add movement. Release. Bring the left hand up, bow towards the right. Moving with a little more momentum now. Extend and stretch through the right side. Extend the left arm overhead. And moving through our last side now, slow and flowy. Have a feeling of really opening the heart up towards the ceiling. Slowly recoiling and drawing in by bowing the chest towards the ground. Inhale back to center. Use the band to lift you. Exhale, bow towards the right hand side. You can leave the strap on the right foot here for the moment. Lower the hips back towards your seat. Take a child's pose here. And again, use this opportunity in a pose that is restorative to just be body aware. Where is it that your attention is drawn to? What sensations do you particularly notice? Is there tension? Is there ease? Is there openness? How is your breath a reflection of the movement we have made to this point? Take 3 more breaths here. Inhale, come back to center. For the next pose, we're starting in a tabletop position. You are likely not going to need your block for this one, but you should still have, if you're working with your strap, you should still have your strap around the right foot. And then you're going to take the strap around the outside of the left leg and then come down in this tabletop position. So the knees are slightly behind the line of the hips, hands are slightly in front of the line of the shoulders, and then press and extend the right leg out and away from you. Draw, keeping the knee where it is, draw the heel in towards the sit bone and then open the hip up and out. And then this is where you'll feel slight resistance. So you're thinking about still keeping the knee where it is and just opening and extending through the lower part of the leg. So press the heel strongly away from you, draw the toes up to the shin, hold that leg as stable as you can. Keeping the knee where it is, slowly draw the heel back towards the sit bone. And then press and extend away. You may be challenged with the resistance band slipping here as well, so just do the best that you can with the strap. Draw the heel back towards the sit bone. Press and extend away. And then square the hips back up to the mat. Lower the knee towards the ground. Inhale, draw the belly down towards the mat. We're coming into cow pose. And then exhale, round through the spine. As you round through the spine, draw the body weight forward and start to lower the thighs, the hips, the navel, the ribs towards the ground. Draw your right heel in towards the sit bone. And then you're rolling towards the left. So the whole body rolls. As the whole body rolls, the right foot is moving down towards the ground. And then you're sitting on the side of your left hip and leg. So variations for this pose, we're coming into Vashisthasana or wild thing. But the lower variation is forearm pressing into the floor. You can use your right hand to support that hip away from the ground. And then if you feel fairly stable, the right arm comes all the way up. So that's for level 1. Level 2 is hand pressing into the mat. Again, slightly forward of the shoulder line. Press down into the back foot. As you press down into the back foot, lift the hips up. Keep lifting the hips up, opening through the chest, and draw the right arm all the way back up and over. Remember, options to come out of this shape whenever you're comfortable or whenever you need to, sorry. Otherwise, we're taking 2 more breaths here. Lower the back of the hips towards the floor. Roll over. Your knees still bent. Press the foot down towards the ground. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, push back to child's pose. Take 3 breaths here. Inhale, come back up, reposition your body in tabletop, knees behind the line of the hips, hands in front of the line of the shoulders. We're going to move through that a little quicker this time. So press and extend out through the right heel. Draw the heel in towards the sit bone and then open the hip up and out. Press and extend the right leg away. With control, press and extend the right leg away, and we're moving through one more together. Right leg moves away, lower the hip to the ground, lower the knee to the ground. Inhale, belly draws towards the mat. Exhale, round through the spine as you round, shift the body weight forward, lower to the ground. Right heel comes in towards the sit bone, roll. Take your variation, forearm supported or arm extended. Press down into the ground, lift the hips up and away. Nice, open, heart expression. Wherever you find yourself, take 3 breaths. Lower the hip to the ground, gently roll over. Lower the foot to the ground. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, transition back to child's pose. Come back to a comfortable position. We're just changing the strap now over to the opposite foot. So taking the strap now around the left foot. Again, the strap, if using, will come around the outside of your right leg. Come to tabletop position and then press and extend the left leg away now. Inhale, draw the heel of the left foot in towards the sit bone and then open the hip out to the left. Check the position of your knee and then keeping the knee fairly straight, you're extending out through the heel of the left foot. For 1, 2, glute muscles are definitely engaged here. 3, lower the hips to the ground, lower the left knee to the ground. Inhale, belly draws down towards the mat. Exhale, round through the spine and transition, rocking the body weight forward to come to lie on the belly. Inhale, draw the left heel in towards the sit bone. Roll onto the right side of the body. As you roll onto the right side of the body, position your forearm or arm ready for wild thing pose. If you're going with the lower option, lift the hips up, extend the left arm up. If you're moving into the full variation, right hand presses in front of the shoulder line, lift the hips up and out, press through the left foot, open and extend. Take 3 breaths here. Slowly come out of it. We're always mindful of the way we move in and out. Lower to the ground, roll over to the side, lower the left foot to the ground. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, push back, child's pose. Take 4 breaths here. Position the arms that support you the most. Inhale, come back to tabletop. We're moving through the last variation. Press and extend out through the left leg. Push out firmly through the heel. Keep that leg engaged by drawing the toes back towards the shin. Draw the knee in towards the sit bone, keeping the thigh parallel to the ground, just for a moment, and then open the hip up. As you inhale, press and extend through the left leg. Draw the heel back. Press and extend. One more time. Press and extend. Draw the hip back so it's level with the ground. Lower the left knee to the ground. Inhale. Cow pose. Belly presses down towards the mat. Back body contracts. Exhale, round through the spine. Keep lifting the navel towards the spine. And then rock the body weight forward. Transition all the way down to the ground. Inhale, left foot comes in towards the sit bone. Exhale, roll over to the side. Position your forearm or your hand to the floor. Inhale, come into your expression of wild thing. Slowly lower to the ground. Roll to the front of your body. As you inhale, press both feet firmly into the ground. Lift and engage the kneecaps. Inhale, lift the chest away from the mat. Exhale, push back to child's pose. Take 3 breaths here. And then slowly make your way to your back. As we finish the session now. This is the time to add as many props as you need to that support you during yogic rest. So if that's eye pillows, if it's a roll or a block underneath the knees. And slowly make your way down to your back. Gently cross your right leg over your left. Lift the hips. Shuffle the hips towards the left and plant the hips back down to the ground as you drop your knees to the right hand side. Extend your arms out at shoulder level. Twist is always a nice counter pose to a back bend. Take 2 more breaths here. Engage the core. Slowly lift the knees back. Reposition the hips in the center. Uncross your legs. Fold the left leg over the right. Press down into the foot, lift the hips and shuffle them off towards the right. Place them back down on the ground and then lower the knees towards the left. Nice and slow. Find a position for your head that supports you. Take another 3 breaths here. At the end of your next exhale, draw the navel strongly in towards the spine to engage the core. Lift the knees back to center to support the spine. Reposition the hips, unfold the legs. Let your feet rest about a hip distance apart and feet rest out to the side. Take your arms slightly away from your body. Reposition your shoulders, the back of your head for your neck and shoulder comfort. Ensure that your hips are settled. And this part of our practice is used to help you integrate all that movement, that breath, that connection of body and mind. Use whatever time you have here to just be conscious about your practice, which includes any sensations that you're aware of now, body awareness, space you take up. Know that you have honoured yourself by showing up to practice. I invite you to take as long as you need here to support your practice. Thank you from my grateful heart for joining me. If you would like to see more of these tutorials, please do not forget to hit the bell and subscribe to see more tutorials coming your way. With deep gratitude, I thank you for joining me in practice. Namaste.